And scene 97.4. Hello y'all, Artist Poet Girl, also known as APG Jamie here. Come on in, let's take a tour of My Purple Door Studios. Hubby's tool area, paper making area, outdoor area, and here we go with storage. That up there would be the sound center area. Yes, my studio is full of layers. A nice cushy rug for making said paper. Concrete floor that has been stained. That would be the door that goes into my bathroom. Every studio needs one. We buy in bulk, so there is foodstuffs out here as well as my studio. And we are here in the south, so we have air conditioning, which I really should have on today because it's extremely humid. This is the sitting area / where a company comes to stay when we have hurricanes and that kind of thing. The couch does fold out into I believe it's a full-size sleeper. It's comfortable, but not overly comfortable to avoid those long, uncomfortable stays. We have television, bookcase with loads of books, little Amish fireplace, which is really nice. Let's see, backing up, beep, 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 beep. This would be the ceiling fan. Wish I had two of them out here. And the lighting up there is the light bulbs are going out. They are halogen, so that's perfectly all right because they are extremely hot, which is nice in the winter time, sucks in the summertime. This is the little table by the door that holds miscellaneous outdoor tools that I need to grab in a quick minute. We have a refrigerator for cold things, a microwave for making things hot. We have bird food for the birds. We have a recycling bag that recycling materials go into. This is the folder box with folders, storage, miscellaneous things are in those boxes. They're labeled or not. That's a magnetic board that I made earlier this week to hold the metal dies for the die cutting system. Yes, it's a fancy system, hand cranked, no electricity required. Also have some embossing folders in that Truvia box. And let's see, storage and some extra little chairs under there. I have mappage, and in the first Gibraltar box is spray paints. You can see that, maybe. Have two guillotines. The one on top I like. The one on bottom will probably go away sometime or another. There's my little Mitzi doll. Hello, Mitzi. Oh, don't pass this up. Look at all that ribbonage. Nice and handy. Pegboard against the backsplash area. Well, typically would be a backsplash. There's no splash in here, well, except for paint. Just miscellaneous stuffs and drawers and stuffs, and because it's a layered up studio, mind you. Again, we have food storage out here. Something else I did earlier this week was I cut a piece of leftover pegboard and hung it or attached it to a cabinet door and put some pegboard junks on there, and I am really liking that. And we have more counter space and cabinet area and drawers here. There's my 3 o'clock peanut butter and some actual art miscellaneous art garbage up there. I want to show you inside this cabinet. These are my embellishments are in the photo boxes. And if I say and la 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 whatnots, that's just because I love you. You're welcome. Let's see. And we've got our scissors, craft paints, the fine artist acrylics are inside the cabinet with the pegboard. Tons of fabric that you can't see. Should be embarrassed. Should be embarrassed? No, not gonna be. We have our colored pencils and glittery shiny pens, some markers I really don't use. Got a grandkids coming this summer, so I may be able to pawn that off on those. On them. I have my watercolor pencils and some Prisma pencils in there. It's a nice handy little case to travel around with. That would be scrapbooking paper and such, because y'all needed me to explain that to you. This would be a window. Paper bags and a desk easel. My little arting travel bag. That's foam stamps. These binders contain my acrylic and rubber stamps. They've all been demounted. Of course, acrylic doesn't come on wood anyway. This is a handy little desk binder of sorts. Let's focus down on it. Thank you. And I have the various stamps and die cuts and embossing folders, and there's even some stencil samples in there. That's a jar of goodness from whatever secondhand store it came from. And got some little page protectors and stuff up there, and that would contain the box thing. Eyelets and brads and that kind of thing. Oops, ouchie. No, don't worry, I'm okay. This is a filing cabinet. It contains various paper things, such as my poetry and, I don't know, other things. It really doesn't matter what, does it? And there are the canvases that I would suggest buying once a year from Michael's when they have their big canvas blowout, which is typically around the end of April, first part of March. That would be Christmas wrapping paper stuff in the plastic doohickey right here. Gone through it. It also contains other miscellaneous wrapping stuff. Typically this is my husband's area over here. We've got television, you know, manly war stuff, and yeah, sleeping sofa. And there's some more canvases. There's a roller cart that has extra acrylic paints. Typically it's the doubles and such. On this side of my workspace, I'm not quite sure if you can really see. I've got a big metal ruler and some larger fabric measuring devices that do not fit in a drawer or elsewhere. Here's my worktop from this side. My cup of tea, because it's tea time for me. My chair. Look, it spins. Whee! Well, unless you bump it into the table, then it doesn't spin so well. Let's see. Let's see. I want to show off this because I made it and I like it. It is a Lazy Susan with my can tool organizer thing on it. Various cans covered in jelly printed papers. And I find it very useful. I quite enjoy it. And of course, when I'm working, different things get put on there and things get taken off. This is a nice little shelf to put the laptop on or whatever you have drying. Scoreboard, envelope maker, These are poetry magazines that I use for gluing and painting on when I don't want to take extra time to clean my lovely, lovely silicone mat, which I really do like way better, way more better even, than the Teflon ones. This is, what is it? Kitchen Living. It's silicone, so papers don't slide. You can't see that. So papers don't really slide too easily. It kind of holds them and grabs them. It's not sticky, but it sort of is. If you know what silicone is, then you know what that is. You can actually use both sides. You just wipe it clean with a baby wipe or a damp washcloth. Everything just comes right off. And this is a plastic tablecloth that is, I have affixed securely with shipping tape onto my wood surface so I don't ding and break it all up. Here is a spinny thing from Harbor Freight. Holds lots of goodness. That right there is my fabric cutting mat. I have it facing wrong side out. It helps avoid getting paint on it and stuff. That handy little 12 by 12 scrapbook carry-all actually houses all my stencils. I have them somewhat organized in there. At least I can find them. There's my chair again. And oh, let's go up here. I strung a heavy-duty extension cord from the outlet across the ceiling. Watch your eyes for the light. And it hangs neatly over my desk where I can plug in the heat gun. I can plug in the computer. I can even plug in a desk lamp. Hence the reason for the plug. You know, plug in. And we'll walk around this way. I'm not sure if I showed you this side. That would be this side. And it has drawers. And they're pretty much labeled. Some of my stuff is labeled. Some of it's not. Because sometimes I don't remember where I put stuff. And I go crazy. Because I know I just had it. I suppose we all do that. And, yeah. So, I suppose that's about it. Bathroom. Music. Sink. And here's the door. Oh, look at that broom. And here's the door. So, thanks for coming by. Bye-bye, and happy arting, y'all.